The lemur of Madagascar is one of the most fascinating animals you can encounter in nature. This small primate, endemic to the island of Madagascar, is surrounded by mysteries and curiosities that make it a true gem of the animal kingdom. If you're not yet familiar with lemurs, get ready for an engaging journey where every detail revealed will make you fall more in love with this incredible creature. Let's start with a feature that immediately catches your eye: their huge eyes. Lemurs have large and expressive eyes, which are a perfect adaptation to nocturnal life. That's right, many lemurs are nocturnal, meaning they spend much of their time active at night. Their ability to see in the dark is essential, and their eyes are specialized for that. Imagine walking through a dense forest at night and having vision as sharp as theirs. Now, speaking of lemur diversity, there are about 100 different species, each with its unique traits. Some are small, the size of a little mouse, while others can be quite large, like the Indri, which can reach nearly 1 meter tall. This diversity is the result of Madagascar's isolation, an island that separated from the African continent millions of years ago, allowing lemurs to evolve in unique ways, without competition from other large predators. A curious example of this evolution is the mouse lemur, the smallest of them all. It weighs around 30 grams and is about the size of a small squirrel. On the other hand, the aforementioned Indri is the largest, weighing up to 10 kilograms. It's incredible to think that an isolated island can host such variety within the same group of animals. The diet of lemurs is also an interesting point. They are mostly herbivores, eating fruits, leaves, and flowers. However, some lemurs also eat insects and small vertebrates. This depends a lot on the species and habitat. Lemurs living in dense forests, for example, have a diet richer in fruits, while those living in more arid areas need to adapt and eat what's available, such as tougher leaves and even tree bark. And speaking of habitat, lemurs are true acrobats. Living in trees, they leap from branch to branch with impressive agility. Their light and muscular bodies are perfect for this arboreal life. One of the most notable jumpers is the sifaka, a lemur that can leap up to 10 meters between trees. Imagine the stamina and precision this animal needs to perform these maneuvers. But it's not all sunshine for lemurs. Unfortunately, they are among the most endangered animals on the planet. Deforestation in Madagascar is one of the biggest threats to their survival. The island has lost much of its forest cover due to agriculture and logging. As a result, many lemurs are losing their natural habitats and being forced to live in increasingly smaller and isolated areas. Additionally, illegal hunting is also a problem, despite these animals being protected by local laws. Here's a fact you might not know: lemurs play an important role in Madagascar's culture. For the Malagasy people, the island's native population, lemurs are seen as spiritual animals. They believe these primates are guardians of the forests and have a special connection with their ancestors. This has led to lemurs being respected and protected by cultural traditions in many regions, helping to preserve them for centuries. However, with the advance of modernization and the arrival of more destructive economic practices, this symbiotic relationship has been threatened. Speaking of conservation, there are many initiatives around the world to protect lemurs. Many zoos and conservation centers have programs dedicated to captive breeding and educating people about the importance of conserving these animals. Additionally, environmental organizations work directly in Madagascar to try to curb deforestation and create preservation areas where lemurs can live safely. These actions are essential because many lemur species are critically endangered, and without a joint effort, we could lose these incredible creatures within a few decades. Another fascinating aspect of lemurs is their social behavior. They live in groups, and each group has a unique dynamic. Some lemurs are led by females, which is quite uncommon in the animal kingdom. The dominant female decides where the group will go, what they will eat, and even who gets to mate. This type of matriarchal organization is one of the reasons why lemurs are so studied by scientists, as their social structures can help us understand more about primate evolution, including our own species. Lemurs also have an extensive vocabulary of sounds that they use to communicate. They can emit screams, whistles, and even growls. Each sound has a different meaning, whether it's warning the group of a predator's presence or strengthening social bonds among them. Some species, like the Indri, are famous for their long and melodious calls, which can be heard for miles. Besides sounds, lemurs use their sense of smell to communicate. They have special glands that produce unique scents, and these odors are used to mark territory and even attract mates. Imagine walking into a forest and realizing that everything around you is impregnated with the olfactory signals of these small primates. Finally, let's not forget to talk about the importance of lemurs for Madagascar's ecosystem. They are considered seed dispersers, meaning they help spread seeds across the forest, contributing to plant regeneration. When a lemur eats a fruit and then moves to another part of the forest, it ends up spreading that fruit's seeds, helping new trees grow in different areas. Without lemurs, many of Madagascar's endemic plants could disappear, which would be an ecological disaster. So, in addition to being charming animals full of curiosities, lemurs play a crucial role in maintaining the island's biodiversity. Protecting them is, at the same time, protecting an entire chain of life that depends on them. If each of us does our part, whether through awareness, supporting conservation projects, or simply spreading the word about the importance of these animals, we can ensure that lemurs continue to captivate the world for many generations.